Purvanchal was the gateway of civilization to India. In fact, Purvanchal was the place where Chanakya and Buddha were born. Purvanchal is the place, the Mithila that he is talking about is the place where Goddess Sita was born. And so a person like Mr. Neeraj Jha should not talk about culture. This is not the culture of Purvanchal. Please, for God's sake, don't malign Purvanchal at least.
But well, I don't think it's worthy for us to spend more time with Neeraj Kumar Jha on this subject. नीरज कुमार झा जी, आपको और समझाना व्यर्थ है. आप थोड़ा आत्मचिंतन कीजिए. आप थोड़ा आत्मचिंतन कीजिए कि आप क्या कर रहे हैं. और मैं एक बात कहूंगा, जब तक आप अगर इस तरह की पॉलिटिक्स करेंगे, आप पॉलिटिक्स छोड़ दीजिए. आप पॉलिटिक्स छोड़ दीजिए. नहीं, ये व्यर्थ है. आपको समझाना व्यर्थ है. आप जस्टिफाई कर रहे हैं. माय नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन इज टू वन सेकंड. वाईपी सिंह इज हियर. टीआर रघुनंदन. एक मिनट, कोई समझने की बात नहीं. आपने जो किया है वो लोग देख रहे हैं. YP Singh, I want to go back to the pictures from Haryana, please. 1 minute. I want to go back to the bigger story, which is the pictures from Haryana. Rahul Mehra, I'm coming to you, and Mr. Raghunandan, I'm coming to you. Now, I want to play those pictures from Haryana once again, and I'm going to open up the phone lines. I am going to open up the phone lines. 1 minute, आपका volume कम कर रहा हूँ. I'm going to open up the phone lines. I take some reactions from our viewers. My question to you, YP Singh, is, you know, we've heard Randeep Singh Surjewala who says we'll form a committee. We can't expect justice in a day. This incident which has happened is probably, these pictures are not going to be restricted to our country. These pictures are going to be telecast all over the world. This rowdyism therefore becomes a global event. What advice do you give to Randeep Singh Surjewala on how he should deal with it? He's one of the 3 or 4 most important Congress politicians in Haryana.
It just reminds me of what Obama said yesterday on Syria, that we don't need to investigate, we need to confront. And this is exactly what he is not doing. How he has to confront this situation? FIR has been registered. These are all non-bailable sections. 332, hitting a public servant. 353, writing for 147, 149. Non-bailable sections, the first thing the cops have to do is to arrest these guys and stuff them in the lockup. Have they been stuffed up in the lockup? Not at all. There has to be a preventive action. The moment they come out on bail, they should be arrested under preventive sections and ensure that they don't come out of the law. This exemplary thing has to be done instantly. The law provides for you to do so, and yet you are refraining from doing that and coming out with rhetorical words. It's bad, it's condemnable, we have to take action, we'll form a committee. As Arnab said very, very rightly, that you will come out with strong rhetorics all the time, but the only thing which everybody in the country despairs is that you shall not translate into concrete action.
The problem with the Congress party in Haryana, Randeep Singh Surjewala, as I welcome Rahul Mehra and TR Raghunandan, your problem in Haryana is this, that you have become a law unto yourself. You virtually have begun thinking that you own the state of Haryana. I am not just Haryana, but Haryana certainly. I remember a particular case where one of your MLAs, I think his name is Ramnivas Ghorela, I don't know if I think he's a Congress MLA, you may know him. He assaulted a woman and her husband because they did not give way to his vehicle. An FIR was registered. Today you are telling me, and I want to go back to those pictures of that of what happened in that assembly where your Congress corporators behaved like members of the WWF. What action did you take against Ramnivas Ghorela? What action did you take against him after filing the FIR?
I think to paint I suppose it's completely unfair on your part to paint the state government in this fashion. In 8.5 years, not even a single incident of the nature that you are seeing in Yamunanagar has happened with any elected representative.
No, I disagree with you.
Or by
how many have got behind bars?
How many
you have put them in the lockup?
I'm seriously questioning to say that Mr. Ghodela did any such thing. Mr. Ghodela is a legislator, is a Congress legislator.
So he's a legislator,
no,
he's not above the law, so what if he's a legislator?
You're getting the person's name wrong. There is a legislator from Indian National Lok Dal where such an incident has happened in Sirsa. We have registered an FIR. He is already on bail. The court has granted him bail. I think you are mixing up the two legislators. Before you paint the Congress government with a single brush like this,
so my question to you is, I
respect what you are saying.
I am completely aware of what I am saying. A legislator in December 2012 and his security guard allegedly assaulted a woman and her husband as they did not give way to his vehicle, and I am reading from the news report, I know my facts. The MLA allegedly assaulted the woman while his guard thrashed her husband. The MLA was on his way from Karnal when his driver tried to overtake the victim's car. There was a long queue of vehicles and the couple had taken time to move out of the MLA's way. Infuriated at this, his driver first obstructed their vehicle and Ghorela, flanked by his guard, started misbehaving with the woman sitting inside the car. They also abused other people who tried to intervene. There was a protest, an angry mob blocked traffic for hours and sought the police to arrest the MLA. I am asking you what action was taken in that case? You know the case? What action was taken in that case?
I'm telling you, at least these facts, as you were saying, the only incident that is within my notice is a INLD legislator, a Lokdal legislator of Sirsa, where we've taken action. The gentleman is on bail there, and necessary trial is proceeding now.
You see, no. So even in that case, no, that proves it. Even in that case, even in that case, no. What happens? No, you've proven yourself. You can't. No, exactly. You see, Randeep, you have contradicted. You know, 1 second. You see, what happens very clearly is both in the case which I speak about and in the case which you mentioned, there is one thing in common, and this is what I fear. Let me get T.R. Raghunandan. Let me get Rahul. This is what I fear. Mr. Rahul Mehra, this is what I fear and why we are debating this today. Because the moment this goes out of the media attention, the moment that it does, Rahul, there will be no action on these cooperators and these pictures will go into some archive somewhere. And the rest of the country and how we feel about it be damned. The politicians believe these are all momentary events, they want to move on. Rahul, can we let these things just move on? Can we move on from these incidents and pretend they never happened?
Arnav, the answer obviously is a clear no, but obviously the political class knows it very well, the compulsions that something new will come up and this will get buried and it will lose media attention, and that's what they're looking for. And that's happened over and over again. So probably, you know, the answer we all know, but we need to work around this answer and probably keep this in the limelight, keep this in the media attention, keep this in the people's mindset. Now, I want to actually draw your attention to the larger malaise, Arnav, as to why is this that you see. And your questions are very pertinent and your questions are very pointed. And the answers are obviously pretty much on the face. The larger issue is, if you see the discourse, the political discourse in our country today, what is it that happens when people like Suresh Kalmadis, Kani Mohis and others who are tainted, what do the political class do? They induct them back into the party. What does the political class do to Yedurappas? They again get them into the political class.
They forgive them.
The political party.
Precisely.
What happens? Arnav, just two more, just give me a minute. What happens when there are mics and chairs and tables thrown in the legislative assemblies? There is impunity from the political class. What happens when the same political class across party lines, a kind of a match fixing happens and they all, in case there are bills to raise their salaries, they are unanimously within no time passed. In case there is a food bill, it's passed. In case there is a nuclear bill, it's passed. In case there is something else, it's passed. But a Lokpal will not be passed. But a women reservation bill will not be passed. A sports bill will not be passed. So there is, if they want to pass something, it will.
Let's keep the focus. Let's keep the focus. Let's keep the focus. I understand your broader point. I understand your broader point. All I'm saying today.
There is a political discourse. There is a political discourse today towards criminalization of politics.
The politician.
There is a Supreme Court judgment. There is a Supreme Court judgment which said that decriminalize these political parties.
I understand, but
keep them off
it's not rocket science.
But what happened? The entire political class unanimously wanted criminalization of politics. And this is the worst case.
You see, the problem is
if you want criminalization, then this is what is going to happen.
No, the problem is.
Then Vora committee report shows the criminal.
The problem is Shazia, and I want to go to Gaurav Bhatia. I'm so sorry I haven't come to you for so long. Gaurav, the problem is that politicians have a very high tolerance threshold of their own bad behavior. They genuinely believe today. There is a sense of entitlement that we are politicians, we can behave badly. And if anybody questions us, we will simply say, well, do you know how the law functions? The police reports to us. The bureaucracy reports to us. We are the ministers, we are the MLAs, we are the corporators. Because I don't think, Gaurav, you tell me when you see these pictures here today, I don't think any of those corporators out there, whatever Randeep may say or Sambit may say, they actually believe they'll be punished. I don't think they actually feel that this is a big deal. It's just that a camera was around, Gaurav, that's all. And your party is no better.
Arnab, I saw the pictures and it's a very disturbing trend. And I was hearing Mr. Neeraj talk about, he himself was not doing it, throwing money at the women. But I would say that if Mr. Neeraj or any other person from any party aspires to be a leader and lead the state and the nation, then Mr. Neeraj should have intervened and should have stopped that person from doing it. And now the ball is in the court, court of the party. They need to act against such persons who organize such meetings and functions where women are objectified. And these should be the standards set by all party leaders, not just Congress, BJP or my party. But I think, we need to have high standards and then follow those. For example, I wanted to just also point out that our party leader, Mr. Abu Asim Azmi, wanted to take the oath of the MLA in Hindi. And he was manhandled and hit by a Shiv Sena MLA within the assembly. So such incidents, when you start approving of violence, just show how low we have gone. And we need to
such
now
hypocrisy.
rectify it.
There is so much hypocrisy in what you're saying, Gaurav. Don't mind my saying it. But what you're saying is so hypocritical.
You can say, I wanted to complete myself.
No, it's so hypocritical what you're saying.
Very recently...
No, it's so hypocritical. What you just said about the assembly in Maharashtra. No, you spoke about assembly in Maharashtra, right? It's so hypocritical.
Yes.
You're being so completely hypocritical.
Why do you say that? Tell me.
Well, because you behave in the same way. Your people behave in the same way. This is India's political culture.
In another example,
and I'm opening up the phone like this is India's political culture. I'll give you an example. Shazia, I'm coming to you. Let me give an example. September 6th.
I am giving you an example.
September 6, 2012.
Abu Azmi.
Okay, go ahead.
Can I complete myself?
Abu Azmi recently
can I complete myself?
No,
Shazia wants to contradict you. Shazia wants to contradict you. I want to rebut you.
Can I?
She's interjecting and I'm coming back to you.
Rebut me, but after giving me a chance to speak.
No, one sec. She's saying something about Abu Azmi.
Let me just complete myself, Arnab.
Okay, complete your point. Okay, complete your point. Complete your point. But you're being hypocritical.
I want to ask you.
I was not trying to target any party, but I was just trying to say that if any person, if he is a public person, then he has to be punished. One of the panelists rightly said that the person should be arrested. Second step should be he should be suspended from the party and later.
Wonderful. I have a counter question for you.
Of the legislative.
I have a counter question for you.
Yes.
Very good.
In our case, Samajwadi Party did suspend.
Excellent. Let me ask you a counter question.
When an MLA was found to be in a dance bar, our party was quick enough to act against that MLA.
Oh, yes, you preempted that, is it? You're being very polite. I think there were charges of, there were stronger charges of morality that were put against your MLA. But no, I'll tell you why you're hypocritical. You said, tell me why you're hypocritical. You gave a whole long list of how people should behave in assemblies. Have you forgotten that your party MP, Naresh Agarwal, who, by the way, has also... 1 minute, let me complete. You know what I'm going to say? You don't know what I'm going to say. Your party MP Naresh Agarwal, who 10 or 12, 14 days back was captured in a sting operation on our channel, saying all kinds of things about how your party will deal with and fix Durga Shakti, is also the same man who came to blows with the BSP MP in the Rajya Sabha. One in the Rajya Sabha over the promotion quota bill. You were exchanging blows.
Yes.
This man was exchanging blows in the Rajya Sabha, and you are giving me a lecture tonight on how people should behave? What is your moral authority to give me a lecture tonight on the same subject?
I am not give you a lecture. Arnab, I'll not give you a lecture. I am just sharing the ideology that we believe in, and if there are I would be the last one to
July 27, look at the pictures on the screen now. I don't know, Gaurav, if there's a TV next to you. July 27, 2013, Gaurav, look at the TV if you have one next to you. You remember this, SP and BJP workers fighting during a case of the filing of nomination papers. How many people did you sack? How many people did you sack, you tell me today? Because you know, we've had it. How many?
My party has sacked many.
Really? Many? How many?
On the grounds of...
Really? I don't believe you.
And taking law
I don't believe you.